Disappointment in the game of life.
Oh man, so many terrible movies. It must have been incredibly hard to pick the bottom spot on this list, right? No, it wasn't. It's not even close. The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2 is one of the biggest atrocities ever committed by mankind. Not once in my life have I ever asked myself, hey, I wonder what happens to Quasimodo next after the end of the first movie. Because it doesn't matter. He got what he wanted. He's accepted by everyone. The story is over. More than any other Disney sequel, watching this, you can just feel the creative team squirming around in the background, getting the sense that they absolutely did not want to make this whatsoever. Because really, there's nothing to work with a Hunchback sequel, and it shows. Quasimodo is the only character from the original who's given anything to do. Esmeralda might as well not even exist. The gargoyles are somehow less funny and less relevant, with far worse comedic timing, and a new song that might not be worse than A Guy Like You, but is at least on par with it in terms of badness. The George Costanza one still wants to fuck the goat. That's funny, I guess. Isn't that so funny? Aren't you laughing so fucking hard right now? Anyway, what's Quasimodo's big plotline in this epic sequel? He gets a girlfriend. He even sings the song about how nice it would be to have one. Which, you know, is the same thing he did in the first movie. And then, he didn't get the girl. But that was okay because what he truly wanted was acceptance by the community, and getting the girl didn't matter. So the entire point of his storyline in the first movie is kind of undone. Isn't that so cool? The girl is very boring. She works for a circus guy played by Chuck McGill, and he's the only source of mild entertainment in this movie because sometimes it's a little funny how much he wants to have sexual intercourse with himself.
I could kiss me, but I'd fall in love.
But oh no, just like Gaston, his main motivation is to have Belle. He really wants this bell that has gems inside, because the writers don't know how bells work. So he steals the bell, and Quasimodo's like, oh no, you were using me, lady. And she's like, no, this is a misunderstanding. And God, I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate literally everything about this movie. Nothing about it is good. It is one of the most insultingly terrible experiences I've ever had in my life. Did I mention that Haley Joel Osment plays Phoebus and Esmeralda's kid?
That's nuts.
Who is a completely pointless character that only exists to get kidnapped in the third act? I mean, at least he has a role in the story, unlike Esmeralda. I'm done talking about this one. Nothing in it is necessarily infuriating, but it is such a huge wad of worthlessness that its mere existence makes me angry. They really should have known better than to try and create a sequel to Hunchback. Not only because the original didn't even do that well financially to justify it, but mainly because they couldn't even muster up an ounce of the artistry and majesty that went into the original. Imagine taking one of the richest and most thematically mature kids movies of all time and making a sequel that stands for and is about nothing. A completely empty and vile experience that should not be seen by anyone.